If you want to find out how I made these really cute and easy DIY cupcake toppers, then keep watching. Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel all about Aoife. Today I'm going to be showing you a super easy craft. It's my DIY cupcake toppers. These are perfect for jazzing up a simple cake or cupcake. I love to bake and I always make cupcakes. Sometimes I try to do icing work or chocolate work to put someone's name or age or a simple message on the cake, and it doesn't always go too well and it can get a bit messy. So I thought, what better way to personalize a cake and jazz it up and make it a show-stopping piece than my DIY cupcake toppers. Today I'll be showing you 3 easy ones, some emoji ones, these really cute bunting ones that you can put someone's age on, and then these black flags using metallic markers to create a simple message and personalize it to your wishes. So let's get started. So to get started, I thought I'd show you how to make these super cute and easy black flags, and I have just personalized them with some metallic markers, writing little messages like 18 today and my name here, and this one says party, and I think the metallic and the black really work well together and they're super easy, so let's get started on them. So for this you will need just a simple piece of black card, and I've just started by folding the card in half to create our edge of the flag right here, and then you're going to take your scissors. Now make sure to get help when using a scissors if you need it, and always be careful. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make 2 different flag shapes. One is this kind of ribbon ended flag, and the second is more of a traditional style flag shape, which is just a triangle. Both are really easy. So you want to take the card with the crease at the bottom. This is going to be the edge of our flags, and I'm just going to start by snipping. I'm going to start off with our simple triangle shape to show you guys, and then I'm going to show you the other flag with the kind of ribbon shape at the end. They're super easy, and you just want to start by snipping. You do want to make your flag big enough so that you can personalize it and write your message on it, whatever it might be. So it's really up to you whatever size you want to make your flag. And then I'm simply going to detach my flag from the paper like so, and there we have it, our first little flag, and it has 2 sides because we folded in half, and our little toothpick is going to go in here, and that's what's going to hold the flag into our cupcake. Moving on to the second flag shape, instead of cutting diagonally inwards to make the triangle shape, you're going to cut straight up on both sides of your flag. And you want to just leave a bit extra because remember we're going to be cutting in a triangle shape in here. So I'm just going to snip this off so we can make it easier for ourselves. And when you have your kind of rectangle shape, you're then going to go and cut into it from the corner of your paper and make a triangle shape like we just made. Et voila! We have our pretty little ribbon-ended flag. So now we're ready to personalize our little flags with our metallic markers. I have silver and gold here, and I'm just simply going to write a little message on it, and then we have one more step on these little guys and we are ready to pop them into our cupcakes. So the next step in completing our little cupcake flag is to add our toothpick that's going to hold our flag into our cupcake. So I'm just going to open out the flag that we have made, and our little toothpick is going to sit perfectly in here. And to hold this guy in place, what I'm going to do is use a little bit of glue from my glue gun. Now always make sure when using a glue gun to get help if you need it, and it can get quite hot, so just be careful. And I'm just going to place a small bit of glue inside my crease here that I've made, and I'm just going to clamp it over. Oh, and the toothpick is going to stay in place, and now it's ready to pop into our cupcake. How easy was that? So moving on to our next cupcake topper, we're going to look at bunting. How cute are these? I love the way you can add someone's age to this. Of course you can just do one flag if you want to put maybe 1 to 9 years old, I suppose, on top. And this one here, I've just added a little bit of metallic paper to make my numbers. I love bunting. I always have it around everywhere, as you can tell. I think it's super cute, and I think if you can add it to a cupcake, then why not? So this is another easy one. So for this you will need some felt, which I have made my little flags out of. Today I'm going to show you using pink again, but of course you can use another colour. And I only need a tiny bit because the flags are quite small. And what I'm going to do is the same thing I did with the card. I'm just going to fold it in half, and this way we're going to get our 2 flags in one, and we're not going to have to worry about evening up one flag to suit the other. So I'm going to take my scissors again, I'm going to put my creased end at the bottom like I did earlier with the card, and then I'm going to cut my triangle shape similar to the card as well, and I'm just simply snipping in. Et voila, we have our little triangles. Now, they are folded in half, so what we're going to have to do is just cut them down the center where our crease was, and then we have our two little flags for our bunting, and now we are ready to personalize them. As you've seen in my little pink bunting, I used some metallic gold shiny paper to cut out my numbers to put on the bunting. You can do the same, or you can just use more felt, or you can even draw directly onto the felt to create your letters or your numbers or whatever you fancy. So I'm just going to do it by hand today. Of course, you can draw your lettering or your numbers out to make it easier for you. I'm going to show you an easy one today. I'm going to do the number 11, and I'm going to stick it to my felt. We're using the glue gun again. So we have our tiny little numbers, and now we're ready to add them to our felt bunting flags, and I'm simply going to pop them on with a little bit of glue from my glue gun again, as I did earlier. You only need a tiny bit of glue because it is quite strong, and there we go. So as you can see, you get a lovely little effect. So when we have finished personalizing our little bunting flags, we're now ready to thread them on our string. So I just have a needle here which is threaded with some plain old thread, and I've knotted the bottom about 3 times because we need it quite thick so that it would hold behind the felt. So I'm going to start with my first one, and I'm going to go from the back to the forward. If you need help sewing or doing anything like this, make sure to ask for help. It is quite easy and it's not too difficult to stitch. And I'm going from the back, and then I'm going to go over the front of the flag. So I'm going in from the front where I went in from the back already, and then the same, we're going to take our second flag, and I'm going to thread from the back to the front. So then I'm just bringing the other flag up to meet it, but I do want to leave a bit of string in between so that it will hang, and I'm going to go into the front of this guy again and out the other side. And it's as simple as that. So now we're ready to attach our little flags to our toothpicks, and then they're going to hang on top of our cupcakes. Et voila, we have our adorable little bunting cupcake topper, and who wouldn't want to eat a cake that's topped by something this cute? So now we're moving on to our third cupcake topper, another really simple one, and my favourite, it's the emoji. Emojis, who doesn't love them? I know I do. Every time I send a text message, I always have to include at least 1 or 2 emojis because I just think they just really make the message come to life. One of my favourite emojis has to be the love heart eye emoji. It's adorable, and I'm going to show you how to make this one today. But of course, if you have a favourite emoji, you can make that. So to make my emoji cupcake topper today, I'm using felt again. I have some yellow felt here, and I have just outlined a couple of circles. What I did was I took my thread that I used earlier, and I placed it down on my felt and just traced around it, so it was really simple. And I'm just going to cut out my circles to start my emoji cupcake topper. There we go, easy peasy. That was our first step, and now we're going to add some facial expressions to our emoji, and I'm going to show you how to do the love heart eyes. So you'll need a piece of red felt for this. This is a really tiny piece because of course the eyes are quite small, as you can see on this guy, so you don't need too much material when you're making these, which I love. Again, I'm going to fold my tiny little piece of felt in half because I want to make 2 identical heart shapes, and it's just easier to do it this way rather than having to do one and then match another one up with it. Of course, you can use a stencil to create your love heart shape if you don't feel that comfortable. I'm just going to do a freehand today because I've done these a few times. So I'm going to start again at the edge of our crease, and this is going to be the bottom of my love heart. So this can get a bit fiddly because you're going so small, so definitely recommend getting help if you don't feel comfortable using a scissors. So I've now finished and my hearts are joined at the bottom because I cut them from the crease upwards. So again, I'm just going to snip that little middle bit to create our 2 love hearts. So now we have our 2 emoji eyes, but our emoji face wouldn't be complete without a mouth. So before we add the eyes, I'm going to show you how to do the mouth. And the mouth is really simple on this guy. It's just a normal sort of mouth shape. So it's a rounded edge and then straight across the top. For this, I'm going to be using a tiny bit of brown felt. Look how small that is. You can make so many different eyes and mouths out of this. I'm going to use the straight edge here as the top of my mouth, and then I'm just going to snip in a half moon shape around here to create my mouth. Of course, again, you can draw this out so if you feel more comfortable. I'm just going to do it freehand. Cheese! So we have our little emoji mouth, and now we are ready to add all the pieces together to create our super cute emoji cupcake topper. So again, I'm using a glue gun to add all these pieces. Be careful because I said as these are quite small, you only need a small bit of glue, so don't go overboard with the glue gun. And finally, we're going to add a toothpick to make it into our cupcake topper, and I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on the back of my emoji here and place the toothpick down and wait for it to dry. So there we go, guys, we have our 3 super easy craft cupcake toppers. I think they've turned out great. I especially love the emoji ones, and now we are ready to add them to our cupcakes. So it's really just a case of taking your little cupcake topper and sticking it down into your cupcake. I mean, how gorgeous does that look? It's super cute, and I want to eat it even more now that I see the cute little cupcake topper in. It's definitely a showstopper, and I think it will definitely jazz up any party. So as I said, you can personalize these to any colour you like, and here's one I've done earlier in blue and white. I've also matched up the icing and the cupcake case, and it's kind of this frozen theme, and I think it looks really cute. Of course, you can customise your icing to match up with your cupcake topper. The black and metallic ones really go with any colour. I've done one here in white and one with red, and they really pop out from the cupcake, and I love the way you can write cute little messages on them. So that's it from me, guys. I hope you've enjoyed watching this tutorial. I've had so much fun making them, and I can't wait to eat the cupcakes now because they look even better than they did before I added the cupcake toppers. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment if you like this video, and of course check out my other videos, and thanks for watching All About Aoife.